In beautiful Harrisonburg, Virginia, Bridgeport Stadium, it's the Temple Owls and the James Madison Dukes. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Guys, checking in with Temple's head coach before the game. One of the things Coach talked to me about before the game was just how important it is to get back on track. This team is on a losing streak here, but they know they are better than what their record shows. He said if we can get out to an early start, set the tone, we are going to be just fine. He's challenged his team to focus better and communicate early in this ballgame. I'll let you know how it looks from down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. So James Madison's offense who will have the football first. Arrington Maiden, he threw for 5 touchdowns in a victory last time out. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Making the adjustment on the play. They send the tight end in motion. Going with the ground game left. There he goes. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. All right, guys, let's look big picture at James Madison. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
First down, he'll keep it. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. Could be an alley. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Dukes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Release to the back. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to the air on second and short. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Keeps it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, James Madison.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays. And on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have the answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Owls offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And we expect to call this guy's name pretty often. Here's Peter Clark. They say the tight end's always open, and he seems to always be, and he's always making big plays. The run inside. It's Smith. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And that ball's free behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
And what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce, right back to the offense.
Looking to the big tight end. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. The Owls peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. The give is to Smith. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Looking for a man. It's Shepard. Makes the catch. It's Clark. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size. Still got him on the turf.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Keeps it himself. Not gonna make it, and the 4th down gamble backfires.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
Wants to throw on first. A little release to the back. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Out wide right, it's Keller. He's stopping. He's got enough to move the chain.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Play action on first down. He'll pull it down. Inside the 30. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The Duke with the 1st and 10. Comes down, it's Harrison. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. That last completion left him with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Red Evan on the RPO. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Extending the play. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Quick step and go. Touchdown, Dukes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Snags it quickly on the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Complete on the left to Smith. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throwing right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Temple lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And there he goes. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period, first down here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off play action on first down. Unloads to the right. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Keeps it on the option. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Turns it upfield.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
Now the pitch. Nice move to keep running. Turning it on. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Left side is Keller. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on second down. They'll run the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Still looking. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dukes! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Dropping back, it's Shepard. Here comes the heat. Fires to the tight end. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. The ride. Looking for a crease. Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily and, more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Smith. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. They give it back to him. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Under pressure. Going to try to get it himself. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. The Owls back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Caught behind the line. It's Hardy. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Back to throw, it's Shepard. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Looking for blockers. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Dukes offense, and we'll see what they have schemed up. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. Makes one man miss. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Dukes will send out the punt unit. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Hold and finds his man on the left. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown Owls! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. The Dukes want to pick up the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Sees a crease. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
Complete on 3rd down. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Dukes getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And the timing just a hair off. Second and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Did the work himself. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. The throw. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up for the completion.
And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. The Dukes will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Mason. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
grabbed in the backfield. It's Chase. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Long way to go on second down. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Shepard. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Temple lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Fields the punt. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. James Madison's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. And the Dukes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Some misdirection with the counter. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. On play action. Escapes the pressure going right. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Now the toss. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Needs it here on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Line getting set on 2nd down. Right back to it. Makes a man miss. Runs through the tackle. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Hits inside. It's Smith. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Takes the handoff. It's Mason. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Defense might bring the house here. Temple hoping to convert on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Look out! Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. On his feet at the 40. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, James Madison. And what Once he found space, the fans might as well start playing.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Or who knows?
Makes a grab and room to run. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Chase. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Looking for a man, it's Shepard. Oh, pressure's coming. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Right side, it's Clark. Fights off a defender. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. Gonna look downfield again. Rushes on. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Temple will line up with a 1st and goal. Tells the run, wants to pass. Touchdown, Owls! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive to get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Reels it in. Trying to tackle this guy is a business decision as he gets it up to the 29.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The give to the lone running back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Sells to fake. On target. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Moving out to the right. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Swings it out to the flat. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his target. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go for it?
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
The Temple offense heads out to start this drive. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Clark. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Owls with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Running inside, it's Smith. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Shepard. Right down the middle. Between the hashes, it's Hardy. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Caught. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll move the tight end. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Here's the shuffle pass, it's complete. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the middle. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Just keep slinging it. On the move. Trying to make magic with his feet. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe two, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Dropping back, it's Shepard. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Under pressure. He's going to run it. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Just feeds the running back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this defense has had enough. They've been burned by this guy one too many times already in this game, and they've been trying to make the adjustments on the sideline and in the locker room, and finally they're able to get to him. And they did it because all 11 guys were on the same page. It wasn't just one guy trying to be a hero and get out of his gap. Everybody did their job, and they got him down for a big loss on that sack.
The Dukes will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Puts it in. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Looking downfield, it's Shepard. Rush right in his face. He's going to take off. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Second down to the air. Unloads it left. It's caught. There he goes. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. They're all over him. Made a defender miss. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And how about that? They pull out the onside kick. They're able to get it down 3 here in the fourth quarter. They're in great position right now to at least tie this game.
Sends it back in motion. Snap on first down, wants to throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going.
He lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. Well, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know, at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.